Alrighty guys, so working on the Banshee again today. Putting the new exhaust connecting gaskets right here. We actually put new hardware in the end of the silencer so it's not so wobbly. We're gonna put a new bolt in where it mounts on the frame. Gonna put a new chain and possibly rear sprocket. We don't know about the front sprocket because we gotta take the whole foot peg assembly off, the shifter, just to get it off.
The sprocket's in good shape. It's not.
And it's not like the front sprocket's rounded or pointy at all.
It's got a good flat edge on the top.
So that's what we did on the Warrior too. I didn't replace the front sprocket either. I just did the rear and the chain. Because the main thing is, as long as your sprocket's not super pointy at the tip, then you know she's getting worn if she's like that. But these honestly would be fine, but I don't really like that rusty chain. I'll put a new chain, new rear sprocket, we'll tension it, put new guides. We got the new guide for down there, the new roller, and a roller on the bottom. So
we're gonna throw some new front tires on next.
We already removed the left rear rim. So basically to get the sprocket off, we gotta bend these tabs all back and then take the sprocket off and it should clear the hub and put the new one on. As long as the bolt pattern hopefully is correct on the new one. I'll show you guys all the parts here shortly.
A new guide on the bottom, a new roller here, and a new roller that goes in the spinner.
Yep. We're also gonna rejet the carbs and put 270 mains in it. Just to be safe, because we're gonna race in 2 vintage here soon and I really don't wanna lean the sucker out in the top end. And if it bogs out the top end, we can obviously lean it down, but yeah.
Sorry, kids.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. We're gonna get that all fixed up, and we'll update you when we get some more progress. Alrighty, guys. I got the head mount on. We're doing a little bit of work here. Obviously, we're getting the old sprocket off right now, and then we're gonna put Loctite on all the bolts, and then also try to bend as many tabs that we didn't break off. We got a gold chain for it. We're just gonna do the rear sprocket because the front sprocket right now is gonna be a pain, just because there's a lot of rusty hardware up there. Yeah. And you gotta take the foot, your foot peg off. Also need to take the shifter off. If you guys can see in there, but. There it is.
Might be even be able to jump it like that. There we go.
So here's the old sprocket. What we're gonna do, guys, I'll show you the new one.
It's probably comparable to the one.
Make sure, you wanna see the same teeth count?
It's a little rolled over on the top, but...
Let me compare it to that. Same amount of teeth, do you think? Same everything? There's a little smaller diameter. Same thing, I think. So exact same thing. And then obviously, guys, we have a gold chain, so that's going to be awesome.
I mean, if you look at it, they're a little rolled over on the tops, but
we just did it for reassurance, guys. It was cheap. I mean, they weren't that expensive. So what you're going to want to do is we're not going to use the recessed holes. We're going to use the normal holes, and we're going to put it on just like this, obviously. Yeah. So that's what we will do.
You can tell because the front side is all like this chrome, and then there's a little like edge on the inside of these, so you want to put that inside, the edge on the inside. We can just let this hang here for now.
So now we're gonna take the master out, which was around here somewhere.
There.
Okay, I'll bring it back.
So let's get a.
You should just get a needle nose or a flathead, and then bust your complete fingers right off.
Right.
It might be easier to use a pliers, not gonna lie. What I would do is get things so it's up top.
Yeah, I'll get it.
And then what we're gonna do is you're gonna take it like this and squeeze against that and there. See?
There you go.
There you go, guys.
So you're just squeezing against the tab, and then the closest.
Then you rotate it up and then pop it off.
Ear on the link.
This comes off. Obviously, your chain might be less rusty than ours.
We did lubricate it, guys, like 3 times. So.
Before we rode it, obviously, we did, yes. And that's all there is to it. Here's an extra master link. You'd always save it for complete, I mean, a spare, like in a pinch.
Oh, hold on. It got balled up. Go back forward. All right, now go back.
Got her. So here's the old chain.
Yeah, no, this sprocket looks fine.
This roller here's a little bit.
It's a little like loose, but
Ooh.
I think it's normal, all right. Oh no, this is loose. Wait.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be loose.
Yeah, that's loose.
Huh.
Oh boy.
Wow.
That's not supposed to be.
No, like that. That's not supposed to be like that. Should be tight. Usually gonna put an impact on it and then bend the little tab washer over. So we might have to end up taking that cover off.
Yeah. Unless we can get a wrench.
No, you're gonna want to use an impact and just give it a few taps. Well, guys, discovered that this thing was a little rusty under the stator cover here. Just trying to get this front sprocket tighter. That is extremely rusty. I don't even know how it has sparks, so I'm gonna try to take some brake clean and just clean that out a little bit. Let me get a screwdriver in here. Hold it real quick.
Yeah, hold it.
So, guys, what we did here, we didn't want to take this foot peg bolts. These foot peg bolts were basically gonna snap off. We lubed them up. We can't get the shifter off, so we took all the bolts out except for the shift thing. We got a socket in there.
How well is that socket on there, though?
Done it pretty good.
All right, yeah, pull that down like that.
You're on.
Like that. That good?
You're just hitting against the thing in the back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put myself. I need to get myself like this.
Okay.
Just so it has some resistance, and then I'm gonna have him blip it a few times. Good. See, that actually turned.
It up a lot.
That turned quite a bit.
Oh, is it tighter now?
Oh, much tighter. And what we're gonna do is wiggle the extension out, and then
Here, you pull it back. Oh.
and then we'll take the socket
You have
out.
to pick it up towards you a little bit to the left. Go left. There you go.
Wow,
Yeah, it hurts.
that hurts.
How's that?
Oh, much better.
Oh, that thing's tight now. Now we just need to bend that ear over. I got the keystone. Here, turn the. Oh, you got a neutral?
I think so. Yep. So then all you do, guys, is just kind of hammer that thing down the best you can. That's gonna help keep the sprocket from coming loose. You guys saw it moved a good half turn.
You got the hammer over there? Yeah, you got your left.
Yeah. So you guys saw it moved a good half turn. That's really dangerous.
Let's go like this, eh? And then
Yep. Just peen that down, and then once you get it going. Oops. Oh, let me put it back in gear once. Hold on, we'll do that. Okay. Kind of hammer it down like that, and then you'll turn your screwdriver the other way once you get her going.
Yeah, I want to get right here.
Otherwise, it will kind of cut it. You almost want to use a blunt screwdriver.
Yeah, we got an old.
Get like your dullest screwdriver for this job. But I can't believe, guys, the rust. I mean, that is crazy. And it had the dust gaskets even on there, so like this thing had to have sat years out, and it's outside in the elements. How many years do you think?
Oh,
he said,
5.
dude, at least 5. Now you can put it on there sideways, and then just hammer that down. Yep.
Oopsies.
Yep, keep going.
Then I can go like this. Right.
Much better, guys. I
Now
feel much
You
safer.
want to turn to left.
Swingarm bolt out and replace this roller. There's a roller underneath and then the guide in the back. So we're gonna do that next. We can put all these screws back in the stator cover, make sure the gasket's on. I'm gonna brake clean out the best I can there.
There was only one specific screw that was really long, which is obviously the one right here.
Yep. I think it was missing one right here. So it was missing one. But no worries for now. But you guys can tell this thing's been sitting. This thing was not a in the garage, you know, kind of deal. So alrighty, so we're gonna do that and then we'll get back to you. So we're taking the chain guide off the back now. We got the new front roller on with some clearance there, so that is good. These are 12 millimeters. Keep sending it.
I couldn't see your hand.
Nice and bent. Oh, impact's dead. Alrighty, guys, so we're putting the 3D printed freaking chain guide in there. See how that goes. If she fits, it might be a little snug. I have to file down the edges a little bit. Just tap it in with a hammer now. Take a hammer.
Yeah, give me that.
Just tap that in there.
Should we use a mallet, guys?
Yep, technically should be using a mallet.
Yummy. Should be good, right?
And just thread the bolt in with the thing there.
Good.
So we're gonna send it in with a ratchet. Probably shouldn't use, but seems like it's going. Those bolts might be a slight bit bent from the last owner, I'm guessing, you know. But those, the 3 components we got was about $28, I believe, on eBay.
We might have to adjust this. We should leave it a little loose in case we gotta adjust it up or down.
Well, it shouldn't matter, the bolt pattern.
Well,
I mean, the old one was like this.
We can always loosen it, I guess.
I mean, it'll wear its way in regardless.
Yeah, right.
We can adjust it later though, too, guys. When you're sitting on the bike, you don't obviously want it running on the guide. You want a little bit of clearance there.
Alright, guys, that's good.
So now the last thing to do, guys, is get the swing arm loose, this big through bolt, and then tap it out. And we're gonna remove the rear shock first, just to make it easier. Then it won't have so much pressure, and then the swing arm is gonna be a lot easier to get back in. So we're gonna do that next. We'll get the shock loose, which is gonna be like a 14, and other side might be a 17. So we're gonna do that and see what happens.